Hey everyone, my name is Chloe and today I'm going to be doing a very exciting video, in my opinion. I have my October 2014 book haul and it's my biggest monthly haul to date. I bought exactly 20 books. You know, I spent a lot of the money that I had just kind of been saving for something that I wanted to blow, and I didn't buy this all in one time. Like, I bought some online for very, very cheap. I bought some in half-price books. I bought a couple in Walmart, which are pretty cheap, but almost all of these books are used. So yeah, I rarely buy brand new books, and Walmart has pretty cheap prices, so even the ones I bought brand new are pretty cheap. I'm probably not going to be able to go into detail about, you know, what any of these books are. I can maybe go into I can give a brief synopsis about some of them, but I just don't have time to go over 20 books. So to start off, I'll show y'all the eBay lot that I bought. That rhymed. So I bought an eBay lot is like when someone will get a bunch of books and put them all in one lot, and then you can bid on them and you get all of those books at one time. So I got 8 Sarah Dessen books. Sorry, they're kind of hard to see because my camera will not automatically focus for you. But I paid only $30 for these 8 books, and they said they're used, but I don't see one sign on any of these books that they're used. Like, they're all in perfect brand new condition. I know it was under $4 per book, and like I said, they're all in perfect condition. So they're all from Sarah Dessen. I have Along for the Ride, What Happened to Goodbye, Just Listen, which I actually have read this. This is the only one that I've read. I actually bought it on my iPad a few years ago, and now I have the real copy of it. Someone Like You, That Summer. These covers are so girly and kind of, I don't know, some of them are pretty cheesy too. The Truth About Forever, Dreamland, and last but not least, This Lullaby. So, like I said, I've only ever read one Sarah Dessen book, but I've heard a lot of good things about some of these books, and for $4, you know, per book, for books that I will eventually read, I thought it was a super good deal. Okay, so these next couple books I bought in my local Walmart. Like I mentioned, I don't have a Barnes & Noble's, a Half Price Books, or, you know, any bookstores within an hour away from me. So Walmart is kind of the next best thing that I have. The first two I have is Insurgent and Allegiant, and I know you're wondering why in the world I'm just now getting them, but I talked a little bit about these in my November TBR. But the reason I am just now getting and reading these two is because I read Divergent several years ago, back when Insurgent had just come out, and I bought and read Divergent, and I did like it. It was a very good book, but it was not as good as everyone makes it out to be. And back then, like, I didn't, you know, go on with super high expectations because not very many people knew about it back then. I tried reading Insurgent, and I had it on my iPad, and I read it, or started it on that, and I couldn't get into it. So I'm starting all over in the book again now, and I'm currently reading it, and I do like it better this time around. Yeah, so I got these two. I also got Eleanor and Park, which I read in October. I read it pretty soon after I got it, and yeah, I liked it. Most people in BookTube know what Eleanor and Park is anyways. It's just a contemporary, and yeah, that's all I have time to tell you about it. The next books I got are If I Stay and Where She Went by Gail Forman. Obviously I just now bought these, but I actually read these like 3 years ago, maybe more than that. Both of them were out when I read them, but I think Where She Went had not been out for very long. I need to look up. I don't know. I read it a few years ago, my friend loaned them to me. She's the one who wanted me to read them, and so I actually read these back before a lot of people knew about them because the movie kind of made them big, but I don't think they were very that popular before that. I don't know. Obviously, some people have read them or they wouldn't have been made into a movie. I liked If I Stay alright when I read them, but I liked Where She Went more. I wanted to buy them because they were decently priced, and I'm probably going to reread Where She Went because I don't remember a whole lot about these books, and I'm guessing they're going to make a movie about Where She Went. Maybe? I don't know. I have not looked it up, but I'm guessing since If I Stay is a movie, so if that's the case, then I'll be able to reread them. So the last book I got at Walmart is The Best of Me by Nicholas Sparks. And I got this because, I don't know if you can see it, but I have like, whoops, all of these books over here are Nicholas Sparks books, and I have over even more on my other shelf. I am a huge Nicholas Sparks fan. I know he kind of gets a lot of crap from the booktube community because, I don't know, a lot of people think of him as just a cheesy writer, but I really love his books. I mean, yes, some of them are not that great, but there are a lot of really good books out there of his. And I have almost all of his books. I'm just a few off, and apparently I didn't have The Best of Me, but yeah, I had to get this to add to my collection because this one actually looks really, really good. So the next Nicholas Sparks book I read will most definitely be this one. Okay, so the last books that I hauled this month all came from Half Price Books. Half Price Books is one of my all-time favorite stores. I buy the majority of my books there because they're very reasonably priced. I'm just one of those people who would rather buy, be able to buy a lot more books and have them in decent condition than be able to buy like a third or half of that many books and have them in brand new condition. That's just how I personally feel. I don't get to go there very often, but when I do, I definitely get as much as I can. So to start off, I picked up Prodigy, the second book in the Legend trilogy. I have had Legend for a very long time, and I never got the rest of the books. So yeah, it's by Marie Lu. Okay, so the next book I got was Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. I've heard a lot of good things about this book. There's a lot of people on BookTube who are obsessed with it. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to read it. And I also got Unravel Me, which is the second one in the Shatter Me trilogy. Unfortunately, this is a hardback and then this is a paperback, and they're also, part of the cover changes because, she came out with this terrible cover and then she started creating pretty covers, but they didn't have the brand new Shatter Me, and they also didn't have the third one. But once I read these two, and if I like them, then I'll get the third one. The next one is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I already read this and it was really good. This one's not in the best shape. This is one of the ones that are in kind of rough shape. Like the corners and stuff are kind of bent, and that drives me crazy. Okay, next I got Variant by Robinson Wells. So I've had this on my to-read list for like years. I've always wanted to read it, and I've never really heard anything about it on BookTube. Not that I have seen anyways. I guess just accidentally found it on Goodreads a couple years back, and I've been wanting it forever, and every single time I've made a trip to Half Price Books, they did not have it, and they finally had it, and I'm so happy. So I want to be reading this pretty soon because it's been on my list for so long. So yeah, I'm pretty excited that I finally found it. Oh yeah, and Variant is signed by the author, which is pretty cool. So the very last book in my haul is Isla and the Happily Ever After. I already read Anna and the French Kiss probably like 2 months ago now. This one was brand new. Like, half price books have little sections of like brand new releases, and this one was 14 instead of 18, and they had a thing going on where teachers got a discount, and since I'm homeschooled, even though my mother doesn't actually teach me anything, she's still kind of qualified for the discount. So yeah, she saved me, by doing that, it saved me so much money that I got this one brand new. Yeah, so that is my October book haul. I am so excited. This is the biggest haul that I've ever done, and I need to somehow put up more shelves, which is not going to be easy. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'm hopefully going to be buying enough books to be doing a haul every month, but if not, then I can always do like, you know, a haul every 2 months or 3 months, just depending. So thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Robinson. That's such a weird name.